Look at those numbers. The number on the right is how many kilometers I did since I was fully fueled. So on the left it's again kilometers, the distance I ran since I bought the car in November 2012. So I only have like 2 squares left till I'm empty. And look at this. It's middle of March now. Sorry, there's lots of sun there. It's middle of March. And one thing I noticed is that my fuel mileage was steadily going down. When I got the car, it was filled up with regular gas, and it was accelerating okay, but then I changed the only 2 immediate upgrades I did were I put in a K&N air filter, not the air intake, but I just replaced the paper air filter with the fabric one from K&N. And right away I noticed the change in the sound and how the like the exhaust sound started, it became louder. I could feel more power because the car started accelerating faster. And the next thing I did, I replaced the muffler, because the pipe, the exhaust pipe, the out pipe was really small, and the car was too quiet. I just don't like it when it's too quiet. I don't like drone, but I want to just give me that kind of feel of performance, because it's a very light car and it's 2-liter engine, 4 cylinders, so it's not a 4,000 pound Ford F-150 like I had before. This car does not need too much power to pick up speed. And when I installed that muffler from SpinTech, pretty much the only manufacturer that makes the muffler where the inlet and outlet are on the same side of the muffler, because that's what Mazda uses here. I noticed the pickup in power. So now I have the K&N filter, I have the SpinTech muffler, and the car was really flying. And then the third thing I did, I added slightly wider and bigger tires, because my speedometer was not correct, and the RPM at highway speeds were a bit too high for my liking. So when I installed these slightly bigger tires, I didn't lose anything in performance, because it's a fast little car. But now my RPM went down, and my speedometer became basically 100% accurate with what my GPS shows. But then I left the car with, I decided to switch to mid-grade gas, which is here in Ontario is 89. Why? Because it has only 5% ethanol as opposed to 10, which you can find on basic gas. And because I leave the car for extended periods of time, because I'm a trucker, like this time, the last time I drove it, it was in before I went on the road, it was January 22nd, and then I came back, it's March 8th. So all this time the car was sitting in a parking lot, and there were freezing temperatures, so in these conditions I know for sure they do not guarantee to use regular gas, because it has high percentage of ethanol. And basically what happens is that the gas kind of goes bad, and I think it clogs up something else. So even with only 5% ethanol, so I started driving now, and I'm pretty sure that when I left the car, just before, like a couple of days before I left, I had it fueled up, full tank. And I'm almost empty, and I only did 375 kilometers. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the tank is about, I think it's 55 liters. Even if I do 10 liters per 100 kilometers, I should be able to do 550 kilometers on a full tank of gas, right? Because it's a very small car, even 10 liters? It should be, I don't know, 8, okay, maybe 8.5, 9, but not like this. So anyway, so what I did, I suspected, first of all, it's, the gas went kind of, stale while sitting in the tanks, and maybe I got some bad gas. And secondly, I think what happens with all these performance improvements, like the K&N filter, they really increase the amount of air that goes into your engine. And of course the computer, the engine is run, of course, is run by the computer. So the computer, the only goal it has is in terms of fuel and air. If it gets more air, it has to add fuel, because it has that ratio programmed, air fuel mixture ratio. So you get more air, of course it uses more fuel, so you feel more power. But that power comes from something. It basically comes out of your own pocket, So that's why I just did the service, my first oil change at the Mazda dealer, and I said, you know what, just throw out that K&N filter, give me the regular factory filter, because this car is assembled in Japan, so I thought that, hey, Japanese guys, Japanese engineers, they're pretty smart, so if they thought that their regular filter was not doing its job, efficiently, they would put something better. So I don't think this, all these third-party, upgrades, so to speak, they just make money, a lot of times. And then I read some reports on the internet saying that if you check your engine a couple of years after you've been using the K&N filter, you'll find more dirt inside. It does let more air through, there's no arguing about that, but at what expense? Like, does it really filter? Does the filter really filter the air better, or is it just kind of more open? And I just didn't want to take chances with my Japanese motor. So now I have the regular air filter, and basically the only two modifications I have are the bigger tires and the muffler, right? And I think I did notice like a slowdown. I think before it was even worse. And yeah, it's March now, it's pretty cold. I think now it's like -8 outside, Celsius, which is, I don't know, 15 Fahrenheit. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna switch to premium, like I just don't like this regular gas here. I'm gonna switch to premium gas. I'll wait till my tank is almost empty. And I bought this. This is proven. I use this in my diesel truck all the time, and it's the same formula. It works in both gas engines and diesel engines, and I really love this product. In my older truck, where I almost have 700,000 miles, as soon as I put it in the tank, and I use like a big gallon, I think it's, yeah, just a gallon jug. I use like this much in a jug, for each tank. I noticed improvement in performance. Why? Because this thing cleans injectors, cleans your your fuel system, removes pre-ignition, loss of compression, and cleans up your engine of carbon. So I think that's what I need. So I'm gonna put premium fuel and put this entire thing in my tank and see what happens, because this is just unbelievable. What is it going to be, like 400 kilometers on a full tank of gas? That's not right. So that's my winter update for the Mazda. Well, by the way, the performance did decrease a little bit when I installed the air filter, the regular air filter. I noticed that just slightly the car is not as fast as it used to be, but I think that I still have that filter. If I don't see any improvements in gas mileage, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'll put it back on, because I'm just not happy with my main beef now is the gas mileage. Why did it go down so much? So we'll see what happens. And then I still have it in my trunk. They give it back to me and it looks pretty clean, so I don't know. Thanks for watching.